Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show where nothing is off limits. We bring you real, authentic, and raw conversations. Enjoy good vibes, fashion, and lifestyle from your favorite celebrities. Fun, trending topics, games, and educative segments. Every Tuesdays from 3 p.m. and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. with me, Lavin Nyagoa and Hazel Jeru, only on The Unfiltered.
Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, second floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Lotko barabara ya MKU. Tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. Good evening. It is another beautiful Thursday that I come to you with Reality Check. I am your host, Lavin Nyagoa. Today, I have an amazing guest in studio who's gonna be taking us through what we want to discuss today. Remember, you can follow TAS TV across all social media platforms at TAS TV Official on YouTube, TAS TV on Facebook, www.tastv.co.ke on our website. Remember, all these things, we have many different content lined up for you. And remember to subscribe to our channel. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about building yourself in your 20s, looking more on, that other financial side that not so many people talk to you guys about. That is what we are talking about today. I have an amazing guest in studio who, is gonna be enlightening us on how to build yourself in your 20s. Karibu sana to our studios.
Thank you very much, Lavin.
Asante sana kwa kukuja. I really, appreciate you for creating time for us. So now, just to introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and a little bit of what we are discussing today.
So thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah.
It is my pleasure. My name is Pauline Wanjiko. I am a motivational speaker. We do motivational talks for young people from primary school, high school, universities. We also do team building for corporate, so I'm also a team building facilitator. And that is what we do and also what I do.
Yeah.
And today we are going to discuss about how to build yourself in your 20s, especially about your finances, because life is about money. And if you get money right in your 20s, you're going to avoid most of the problems in your 30s, 40s, up to even your retirement.
Yeah.
So I hope we enlighten our guests so that they can get their finances right.
Yeah.
Right from when they're in your 20s.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, guys, who didn't want to, join this conversation? Keep your questions coming. Send them to, you can comment down on the comment section. You can send in via the number 0798154042. And remember, today's episode is courtesy of the Smart Shopper. What are we selling today? We are selling a driller. For those of you who use wood, you can use it for drilling stones and all these amazing stuffs that you can use it for. It goes for just 15,000 Kenya shillings. It is a German machine, if that is what I'm going to call it. Yes, but you can use it to drill any other thing that you'd want to do with it. It is best when you use wood. And the fact that it is an imported gadget that can serve you at any particular time that you'd want to use it for its purpose, for whatever that is that you want. It goes for just 15,000 Kenya shillings. The till number is 9079999 and the phone number is 0798154042. You can call that number to make your orders today. So away from that, Pauline,
yes,
talk to us about the topic, just because when you were coming up with the topic, it sounded like you were a little bit more into getting finances right. So why that topic?
This is because why most of the people, number one, are usually stressed, especially the young people.
Yes.
Why they commit suicide, why people are into betting, gambling, and all these other things that people do to get money.
Yeah.
But if we can get our finances right, number one, you avoid suicide, you avoid stress, and even for the young girls, you avoid even being kept by a sponsor somewhere because you don't have money, because you want to live a good life. But when you get your money right, when you are patient, you don't even need that person to ati amekuweka na uko. You are going to have your own freedom because you have the money. You're also going not to be disturbing your parents. You can even start supporting your parents as early as your 20s. And in today's world, we have so many ways that we can make money. Because like in the times of our parents, you had to go to school, graduate, and wait for the government
to employ you.
Today you can self-employ yourself. So when we get our money right and our finances and how to plan, how to budget, how to invest, most of these problems you're going to avoid them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now that you've given us the importance or why this topic was so important to you. Now we are talking to that young girl, that young boy, that young person below 30 who's watching us today and right now. Why is it important to build your financial foundation at the age of 20 and
It is very important because number one, you're going to teach yourself or you're going to learn how to budget. If you can learn how to budget, number one, you avoid overspending. You avoid buying things that were not in your budget. And also you avoid buying things to please people. If you have budgeted like 5,000 is money for my entertainment. Even if my friend calls me and the money on my budget is not counted for, I'll not fall into peer pressure. Number two, you also learn how to invest. There is a very good book which is called Rich Dad, Poor
Son.
Rich Dad, Poor Son. You read it.
Yeah.
So that book teaches that the first, when you get money, 10% of the income goes to you.
Yeah.
So if you make 10,000 shillings and you know that 10% is supposed to come back to you, and who is you?
Yeah.
Number one, you invest in yourself
Yes.
with a skill. And the most important thing that you can invest in your 20s is a skill.
Skill.
So number one, we have said you budget. Number two, you invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And number three, saving. You also save for the bad days. You never know that, like there was COVID.
Yeah.
So if people for those people who had not saved, they fell into debt.
Yeah.
They started, fuliza, sijui nini. You also avoid bad debt. And what is bad debt?
Kukopa sana.
Kukopa sana, you find yourself in Tala.
Yeah.
You find yourself in those unatoka Tala, unaingia ingine na ingine na ingine.
Yeah.
You even start running away from your friends.
Yeah.
Simply because you did not budget, you don't have a plan. And what else?
Invest.
And you are not even investing in yourself.
Yeah.
So when you have a proper financial plan, you are going to avoid all these challenges.
So probably somebody mtu aelewi what a financial plan is. Just let us know what that is in layman's language.
A financial plan
Yeah.
is whereby you, number one, you come up with how much money is coming on my side. Number one, you could be employed, you have a business, and also your parents are supporting you.
Yeah.
So from this money that I'm getting, how much goes into rent, how much goes into food, how much goes into investing in myself, and even sometimes buying yourself good clothes.
Yeah.
Even for the ladies, makeup. Because number one, you need to look good. Because people will judge you according to, number one, how they see you. When somebody is walking towards you, when they are 10 meters away from you, if they have good clothes, number one, you put a check.
Yeah.
That person is smart.
Yeah.
When they are maybe 50 meters away from you, you judge their appearance. Are they smiling? Do they have a frowny face?
Yeah.
So you start saying, huyu mtu akona stress. What if you see somebody 10 meters away with tattered clothes? Even if they are coming for an interview, number one, you reject them.
Yeah.
So even buying yourself good clothes, a good phone, especially in your 20s, it is still okay. So
talking to us about, what a financial plan is.
So that is what a financial plan is, that you have your money and you also have a financial checklist.
Yeah.
That this is the money that goes into food, rent, helping my parents, and also into myself. And I keep repeating that the most important thing is to reinvest in yourself, because you need yourself for you. Yes.
Okay, now that you've talked to us, you've given us what a financial plan is, and the secret that umetuambia is keep investing back into yourself.
Yes.
That clearly tells us that when it comes to the future, you're not going to start overthinking, overdoing things in such a way that will harm you financially. So give us some tips, some few tips that somebody can use to budget when it comes to their finances and every other thing related to financial status.
So when it comes to budgeting, number one, you should always live below your means.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is very true.
Yeah.
If you're earning 50,000 shillings, you cannot say that you're going to rent a house of 30,000 shillings, because by the end of the month, you're going to be in debt. So you live below your means. Number two, because in your 20s, most of the people don't have families. Number two, always make sure that you save.
Yeah.
Have a savings plan of around between 3 to 6 months, depending with your lifestyle, how much you are earning or how much you're making.
Yeah.
So have an emergency fund. What if I get sick? What if my mom gets sick or my parents?
Yeah.
And you see, what if I also lose this job? What if I get sick and I'm laid in hospital for? How am I going to survive?
Yeah.
Also, number 3, investing. There are those people who make quite a lot of money even in their 20s. There are people who are making a lot of money through social media, but they don't invest because you feel like you still have a lot of time. And if you don't have anywhere to invest, I always see that or say that land is a very good way to invest.
Yeah.
It sounds like a nodes people thing,
Yeah.
but believe you me, that money is going to grow. Number two, you can also invest in shares. You only need a CDS account.
Yeah.
And also you can invest in by opening a SACCO account.
Yeah.
And believe you me, by the end of the year, they always give dividends. So they give you maybe 10%, others give it 8%. And that is money that was just in your account and it earned you some interest.
Something.
There are also government bonds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you've talked about saving. What are some of the strategies that one can use when saving money, you know, especially for the long term or in the long run?
I advise people to save using maybe SACCOs. And you see, sometimes when you save money, unless you're saving this money for an emergency,
Yeah.
it may not really help you or grow you.
Yes.
Because the money is just in the bank na watu na bank inaitumia kukopesha wengine. So the best thing that if you have a huge amount of money, even 10,000 could be huge, 50, depending with where you are in your life.
Yes.
Reinvest that money. Open that business that you are always willing and wishing. Why? Because in your 20s, when you get it wrong, you have time to renovate it. You have time to
go back to the
drawing board.
Yeah.
But when you fail in your 40s, you feel like it is the end of life. So reinvest your money, save in a SACCO, buy those government bonds, also buy shares.
Yeah.
You can always go and check which are the best companies, which are the companies that are doing the best, and you can always sell them after some time.
Yeah.
And that way you make money.
Yeah.
It is called passive income.
Well, I hope guys you are learning something. Keep the questions coming. Pauline is here. She's gonna be answering your questions in a few. But now, Pauline, talk to us about, you know, prioritizing your spending to ensure that you're financially secure for the future.
How you prioritize is
Yeah.
number one, avoiding gambling and avoiding microwave success. You can make 10,000 today, but you want to drive a BMW, and then you come across those adverts of those companies that do betting, and they tell you, what if you place your 1,000 here,
Yeah.
you're going to, and you place your money there.
Yeah.
So number one, you can avoid gambling because there is nothing like microwave success. You have to work hard.
Yeah.
And then
prioritizing, you know, what to prioritize your resources so that you're financially secure when, you know, in the future.
Avoid gambling, number one. Number two, when you're making by learning a skill. We are living in a world where people are working remotely.
Yeah.
And never feel bad when you are investing in yourself, because you pay for a skill for around 1,500 shillings and it will make you money.
Yeah.
And then number three,
yes.
Suicide. Number two, invest yourself. Number three, always save.
Yeah.
Have those accounts that you say this money goes into savings.
Yes.
And number four, plan no money that you had in your 20s.
Okay, kidogo tu nikurudishe nyuma. You've talked about addicted to gambling so that you are able to
think like microwave success.
Yeah.
And always remember, in your addiction, there's somebody who is making. In your addiction, somebody is making money.
Yeah.
In your bad debt, there's somebody who is making money. And there is being like at waking up making money. We would be having so many millionaires.
Yeah.
True. So number one, uninstall those apps.
Yeah.
Go and work hard. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo ati utabet alafu uamke ukuwa millionaire.
Yeah.
That brain that you have to analyze which team is going to do. You can use that time and money to gain a skill that can pay you well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now that you've mentioned tu kidogo, umetupatia just to, you know, avoid gambling. What are some of the other methods that you would recommend to that can help somebody, you know, stay out of debt, especially when they're in their 20s?
Number one is avoiding pleasing your friends. because you'll hear, hey, we are going on a bash, sijui nini nini, and we need contributions.
Yeah.
That is peer pressure. Avoid peer pressure. Kama huna, hauna. And nobody is going to kill you. Actually, you might go even on that bash na ukufie huko.
Yeah.
Because we have seen those things happening on social media.
On social media.
So what usually happens, you're in peer pressure, your friends are pressuring you, you take a loan on Tala. You go, hey, I can't make it because I don't have the money. And they tell you, kuna Tala, you can take. So number one is avoiding peer pressure.
Yeah.
You are your own. So don't allow people to put thoughts and ideas into your minds. Number two, live below your means. If you live below your means, if you're earning 20,000 shillings, live below 20, just assume my salary is 10,000 shillings.
Yeah.
So that this 10,000, you can invest and save it elsewhere. Live below your means.
Yeah.
And number three, it's simplicity. You can't be in your 20s and you want to look like somebody who is in their 50s. You can't be going to the salon na unataka nywele ya 5k na wewe unalipwa 20k na you're in your 20s. You can't be like your mother, you can't be like your dad.
Yeah.
Between you and them, there's time. They had time, they worked hard, and that is why they have what they have today. Maybe wao hata wali. I also tell ladies, if you don't have hiyo pesa ya salon, wewe nyoa kinyozi ni 50 bob.
Yeah.
Badala hiyo 1,000, imagine 1,000 ukinyolewa 50-50, it will take you for a year.
Yeah. So yes, guys, that question marks the end of, the first part of the show today. We are just getting into it. So ensure that, you're learning something. Keep your questions coming. And remember, today's episode was courtesy of The Smart Shopper. And of course, they have this amazing drill that you can use to, do your daily jobs. If you're a carpenter, if you're a mason, yani, if you are working or your job is, needs something like a driller, then definitely this one is a good one for you, because it has an electric battery that you can charge any day, anytime, and it lasts for up to 10 hours. So imagine all that time you work well, inakusaidia, and then all you need is just recharge it, and every time you recharge it, it keeps you working for those long hours. 10 hours ni mingi sana, literally karibu 3/4 of the day. So it's good for just 15,000 Kenya shillings, and you get this for yourself. We are going on a short commercial break. Remember, we're still having Pauline in studio, so see you in a bit. She has more for you, bado. Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Lotko barabara ya MKU. Tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing TAS TV. Like I said before, remember to send in your feedback. And talking about feedback, let me just read a few comments that we have. Samson Sami is saying hello, nice show, asante sana. We have Francis saying wow, the show is good, thank you so much. Katoni tuned in, asante sana Katoni. So those are so far what we have. There are others on Facebook that I'm going to be reading as we go on with the show. Remember, we are talking about how to build yourself financially in your 20s, just to make sure you know you're financially secure in the near future. So Pauline, how best can we utilize the resources that we have available just to make sure that you know we get ahead financially, especially when we're still in our 20s?
One of the most available resources in our 20s is yourself. You are a human resource to yourself.
Yes.
And you find that most of us usually have the skill, but we don't know how to monetize
our skill.
These skill and make money. So the most important thing is to understand your skills. What skills do I have? Because in your 20s, you'll find most of these job adverts that people usually say, oh, so do you want 5 years experience, and you don't have the experience. But you have that skill in you. And a skill can be as simple as dancing. A skill can be as simple, you can monetize those skills, and there is also social media. If you post your dancing styles on social media and then you create a brand that you are not just a dancer making people happy outside there, but you are doing this as a living. So the most important resource that you can have is yourself as a skill. Is yourself as a skill, and also convince people to pay you for having that, for doing that. You can do it in churches, you can do it in clubs, you can do it in hotels, you can also do it for free. And when you start doing it for free, next time you'll tell them, by the way, I do charge. I do charge, and then you also market. Because when you're in your 20s, most of the time you don't have even the social capital, because the friends that you have ni wale ulikuwa na wao high school, na hata wao hakuna mahali kuuba wameenda, si ndio? So you can market yourself on social media, and also give yourself time, because you can't post just one video and say nataka kupata pesa sasa sijapata client. You could also be good in graphics or computers. We have seen very young people who are doing so well with computers, and then you are saying, oh, sijapata hata mtu wa kuundia. First do it for free, then start charging people, and then you're going to grow, and also brand yourself. Usikuje umevaa nguo huku zimekatwa, sijui umetoboa sijui hadi wapi, and you want maybe a pastor to take you seriously. Learn how to speak to people, learn how to sell. Also selling selling a skill is also very important. How do you talk to people? How do you present yourself?
Yes.
And that is how they are going to take you seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now that we are talking about skills, what are some of the skills that are in demand in, you know, in the current job market?
We are living in a world where people, I had told you, are working remotely.
Yeah.
You could be in Kenya and working for a company that is in the States.
Yes.
And what are they looking for? It is the skill.
The skill.
One of the most high-paying skills today is web design.
Yeah.
And somebody will say, where do I learn? There is the university of everything, which is YouTube. If you just Google there, web design, you just left high school and you have the basic computer skills. So web design is one of the most high skills that is paying. So you can teach yourself on YouTube. You don't have to go to university.
Yeah.
Number 2 is graphic design. Graphic design is also, you can just design a simple logo or even something like this online and you charge somebody 5,000. You can hear there is a church or a company that is opening up and they need a logo,
yeah.
they need posters, and it is happening each and every day. Number 3 is selling skills.
Yeah.
Every company, they need to sell what they are selling. If you learn and teach yourself these skills, they can always hire you.
Yes.
Another skill that you can learn that is high paying is video editing. You find that most of the people on YouTube or even on other social media platforms, they want to post their videos there, even big companies, but they don't have somebody who can edit their videos.
Yeah.
So you can teach yourself how to edit videos. Again, you can do it on YouTube and charge people. Tell them I do edit videos, also be presentable. If you have the money and somebody will ask, for instance, if you come or if you go to an organization, they will ask you, show us your work. So you'll ask me, Pauline, they're telling me to give them experience and have never been employed. What do you do? If you want to edit videos, go and record yourself, record your friends, record the church or wherever you are in your social gathering.
Yes.
Have like 10 of them and tell them, this is the work that I have been doing. Don't just present yourself empty-handed.
Yeah.
So if you teach yourself web design, if you teach yourself graphic design, if you teach yourself video editing, I believe you teach yourself sales and marketing and also digital marketing. Most of the companies, they have their social media accounts and they have nobody because everybody is on social media. They are migrating from the corporate world, from the seriousness.
Yeah.
Can you be able to do digital marketing? And these are things that you can teach yourself on social media.
Yeah.
We have a few online schools. Like there's one that I love so much. It's called Udemy, UDEMW.
Yeah.
And those courses are free. Number 2, there's Coursera. There's another one called Skillshare.
Yeah.
And if you Google those courses, they're just going to pop up. So don't just sit at home and say, oh, sijui nilianguka mtihani. Oh, sijui sina nini, lakini uko na bundles za kushinda wapi?
Online.
TikTok na online na kuwatch sijui which family is doing what. You can use at least 3 to 4 hours of your day to learn a new skill, and that skill is going to pay you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how important is it to, you know, find these things, educate yourself and train yourself, you know, for it to, you know, build your, for you to be able to build yourself and then turn this, you know, turn this into a skill that can actually pay you?
Because you need money. By the end of the day, you need money. How do you make money? You need either you are employed, either you have a business, or maybe your parents are rich or they are politicians and they are going to watakuachia
kampuni.
Not kampuni, naitwaje? Watakuachia inheritance.
Yeah.
So if you don't have rich parents, if your father or mother is not a politician, and you see another mistake that we make is believing in our relatives.
Yes.
If you don't have all those, you need to educate yourself. And don't go out there saying, oh, sijui nilianguka, wazazi wangu hawanitaki. There are those skills that I have told you. If you gain those skills, you are not going to regret. Why? You have another decade, 10 years, between 20 and 30. If you get those skills right, and you can have all the skills.
Yes.
And there is nobody you can represent. You can present yourself in an office and say, I can do web design, I can do graphic design, I'm a digital marketer, I can do all these things.
Yes.
Why? You can have a remote job for a company in the US, you do web designs for them. You have a company in Kenya that you do graphics for them.
Yeah.
You are on TikTok making videos, educating people. All those are sources of income. And believe you me, when you get it right in your 20s, in your 30s, watu watakuwa wanasema wewe umeingia sijui wapi.
Umeomoka.
Na utakuwa umeomoka. So sacrifice now and enjoy later.
Okay, so now that we have talked about, building yourself, the priorities, what you should put forward, what are some of the tips that can be offered for researching and, finding the best investments for your age and sometimes financial goals?
For your age, the best resources that you can, number one is read books. When you read books, you're going to understand that number one, money has no age. You find somebody at 50 who is struggling, who is in debt. You'll also find somebody who is in their 25s and they're in debt. So it is best if you, number one, read good books.
Yes.
Number two, you read good books. Number two, have a mentor. A mentor who is older than you. Because there is no way that a mentor, you see at night when you are on a journey, it is always best when there is a car which is in front of you. And especially if you don't know the road. And most of the drivers say, I wish kunaweza kuja matatu ikuwe mbele yangu, because the matatu knows the road, they knows where there are bumps, they knows where there are potholes. So a mentor knows all those things. A mentor is going to guide you. You identify what am I good in, then the mentor comes in and guides you. So you have your mentor, you have identified your skill. A mentor you will never go wrong with a mentor. They're going to guide you. Like, these are the best investment plans that we have. This is how you can save your money. And they're also going to be checking up on you. Hi, are you going on sherehes daily? Ama you're also saving. Yes, have a mentor. I think a mentor will guide you in everything that you need to know. And a mentor can also be your parents or your big sister. Yes.
Now that you've talked about a mentor, tell us how important it is to, build meaningful relationships with peers and, this mentor's peer, such that these are able to help you in your financial journey when you're seeking to be financially secure.
It is very important to have a mentor and also to have positive people around you. Most of the people say that you are the sixth person. If you are interacting with 5 billionaires, you are the sixth billionaire. If you're interacting with 5 people who are creating content on social media and YouTube, you'll be the sixth one. What about if you're interacting with 5 people who have bad influence on you? You're going to be the sixth
bad influence
to another 6 another 6 people. So it is very important to choose your friends right. You can have 2 to 3 friends. And also look, are these friends helping me? Sio wale tu wakuniita sherehe, sio wale tu wakuniambia kuna nguo mpya zimetokea. Sio wale tu wakuniambia. Let the friends be people who are giving you information. And if you don't have friends, kwanza keti chini, analyze yourself and select the friends from a distance. First build yourself, because you're going to say, I'll never be this young. Yes, you'll never be this young ati unataka kukula sherehe. But there is a saying which says that old age, it's
young. I'm not so sure.
That when you're old, you're going to eat what you invested when you're young. So if you invested sherehe, what will you eat in your 50s? Nothing. But if you invested good friends, you had money somewhere in shares, in a circle, that is the money that you're going to invest in your that is the money that you're going to eat in your 50s, when your retirement is going to be so easy. You don't want to be that angry huka, that angry grandma, or even that angry parent, because ukiketi chini unakumbuka, where there was a time I had money and I misused the opportunity.
The opportunity.
Yes.
Yes, guys, it has been a great show. Mr. Producer is killing me from behind the scenes. Time is up. But yeah, we're going to be having Pauline for a couple more sessions just to talk about the importance of building yourself, especially when you're in your 20s, just before you get to your 30s, guys. But what have I come out with from this episode? That the most important resource you have is yourself. So investing back in yourself is going to, help you when you get to your 30s. It's also going to help you bring in income for yourself, get money for yourself. So the best resource, the best thing that you have for yourself right now is yourself and the skill that you can build by yourself. So yes, guys, Pauline, parting shot.
Parting shot is, we are living in a world where you can work anywhere, and everybody is looking for that skill that you have.
Yeah.
So don't sit down and say that I failed in my Form 4, my parents cannot take me to university.
Yes.
Remember that university, that YouTube is the #1 university that we have, and also those online schools that I have shared with you. Don't sit down and regret. You're not going to eat regret.
Yes.
Sit down, commit 3 to 4 hours a day, even if you're in your 30s, and learn a new skill.
Yeah.
Then monetize
your
that skill. Don't just sit there and do nothing.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Pauline Wanjiko. Power, Power is in caps, PAWA.
Yes.
I'm also on Twitter as Pauline Jerry. I'm also on TikTok, at P16_S.
Yeah.
Where else am I in? On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yes, they can find me there.
Yeah.
And if you need me to talk to your students, to your youths in the church, we do team building. That is what we majorly do.
Yes.
You can always call me on 0714-694-657, and we'll gladly come and change the youth that we have, because this is the future that we want for our country and for our nation.
Do not just sit there. Find a skill, monetize your skill, and build a future for yourself. Be financially secure for your future. Let's meet same time, same place next week. My name is Lavin Nyagoa. God bless you. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Leo tuko barabara ya MKU, tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Mass Media Institute will let you discover your talent.